So yeah, a couple of my first deals were rocky, to say the least.
Yeah.
Just because you don't really necessarily know how to set the expectation, communication, you figure that out as you go. And that was
Did you
for
have
me.
like a mentor or advisor kind of that
Yes.
helped you during that time?
Of course, yes. But also too, it's just not knowing the questions to ask the mentor or advisor. They can't read my mind and I don't know what to do. So that was a good learning process for me.
So how long does it take, in your opinion, to become a seasoned loan officer?
Oh God, at least 2 years at least.
To get
Maybe
the
3 years.
baseline.
Yeah, at least 2 to 3 years. Your first year is gonna be real tough. Second year is gonna be pretty tough too. Third year is kind of where you start. Okay, I get this now. Yeah, so it's clicking.
Everything evolves around properties.
Yeah.
It's you, it's real estate, it's home inspections, it's banks, it's everything evolves around real estate. So that's why I love being in it, because we're the nucleus.
I agree. Yeah, everyone needs a place to live. I mean, it's one of those things like people say, the market, this, that, what's the uncertainty. It's not how it was in 2008 where lending was just really bad.
Right.
It's not like that anymore. There's a lot of red tape. We really vet our borrowers to make sure they do qualify. And so it's not, our lending practices aren't broken. It's like an outside force with the coronavirus and what's going on.
What was the best advice that you got coming up?
Just being persistent, that's the main thing. Not just being consistent and persistent. Huge. That's where a lot of people fall off. They think that they want to get into business, or they're only in it for the money, or they're just not, they're not patient. Patience too, it's a good one too. Being patient, waiting. No one's
Isn't
gonna.
that hard though?
It is.
In today's world.
It is very hard. It's sticking with something and just seeing how it pans out. That was huge for me. Like, obviously the older I get, I see it now. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, seeing where you were to where you are now, you're like, oh, okay, wow, look at that. I'm doing something right. So people worry when they're just uncertain of things, right? They're not knowing what's going on, so that's why they're worried. But if they know what's going on, then you'll ease their worries. Okay, now I understand. So you have to explain things to them, let them know what is going on, why we're asking these questions, why I'm telling you to sign this, what it is. Explain it to them. People aren't dumb, they know, they just don't know necessarily the terms or what they're signing for or why they have to wait or things like that. Just communicate and go in depth as to what they're doing. Give them a little insight as to why they're signing it and why we have to wait and what's going on. People who are self-employed, and they want to not pay taxes, right?
Understandable.
They want to, but also if you're a younger person and you're not paying your taxes, you're not reporting any income,
right?
Because I don't want to pay the tax man. But when it comes time to buy a house,
you have no adjusted gross to
you
work from.
got nothing. So then you got to either pay your taxes or wait a couple of years and report income. So that's, I guess, the one piece of advice. If you're self-employed, you're thinking about buying a house in a couple of years, start reporting some income.